love to speak with all of you as well.
Absolutely. And we'd love to see you guys all on our YouTube next Wednesday. We are live at 5. That is 5 p.m. Go to YouTube, look for Mortgage Mom Radio, subscribe to the channel, click the notification button so you guys know when we go on live. We want to see those questions come into the feed. We're going to read them out loud and we're going to answer them for you. So make sure you guys are following us. Get on next Wednesday. We'd love to see you on. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. That's it. It's game over, huh? It was a great, it was lots of information. And if you guys heard something that you don't understand or you want to know more in detail, please call the office. Get on my calendar. I'm going to talk to you one-on-one, and we'll get you guys through it. So we hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your week. For those on radio Saturday, hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and we'll be back next Wednesday.
Everyone stay safe.
Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The preceding recorded program has been a paid advertisement by Mortgage Mom Radio, Inc. We offer this program as a service to our listeners. This station and its management do not endorse or object to the information, views, or opinions discussed in the program.
KKGO, KKGO HD1 Los Angeles, Orange, and Riverside counties. One thing the country has is a family feel. Also on the iHeartRadio app.
It's amazing.
But it really is a special. And streaming worldwide at GoCountry105.com. Go Country 105.
The following recorded program is a paid advertisement by Brothers on Law. We offer this program as a service to our listeners. This station and its management do not endorse or object to the information, views, or opinions discussed in the program.
The following Best of Brothers on Law show aired previously on Go Country 105.
The opinions expressed in the Brothers on Law show are for informational purposes only and are not a substitute for personal professional legal advice.
Thanks for tuning in to Brothers on Law on Go Country 105. I'm Larry Mandel.
And I'm Rob Mandel.
And we've been trial attorneys here in Los Angeles for over 40 years.
On our show, we will discuss current events, talk about legal issues, and have some very entertaining guests stop by. So stay tuned every week for Brothers on Law right here on Go Country 105.
And I'm Brothers on Law, and I'm with my brother,
Rob Mandel.
Rob, let's talk a little bit about our show today.
Talk about our show today. Well, before I talk about our show today, I want to talk about what we're doing. What are we doing here on this radio show on Go Country 105 every Saturday?
We're reaching out to the public.
Well, we're reaching out to the public, but why? Why are we doing this? You know, I've given this a great deal of thought, and because we're lawyers, and we could sit there and talk law every show, and maybe some people would stay awake and some people wouldn't. You know, there's a lot of fascinating aspects of law that we encounter in the human aspects of law that are fascinating. But what I think is more our role and almost our duty is to highlight really interesting people in the community, you know, some of the unsung heroes of our community here in the Southern California, and talk about them and let them share their experiences. And that's why we've had this great variety of guests on, because everyone's got a great story. And as lawyers, especially as trial lawyers, what Larry and I do is we tell stories, but they're real stories. They're stories about real people who have had sometimes really bad experiences, but have survived them and come through them. And they just need a little help. And that's what we do, right, Larry?
That's right.
We just give them a little help. So what do you think our role is in doing this show and reaching out to the public?
Well, I think it's to inform the public about law, also because we interface law usually with our guests, but also, as you said, to let them know a story about a certain occupation, profession that maybe they are interested in doing, or get some guidance and direction in that.
Yeah, isn't my brother the nicest guy ever? I don't know, man. There's just something about you, man. But
that's one side. Then there's the side in trial.
The evil side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's called Rob. That's it. That's the evil side of you.
Oh, so
me.
you're the other side of the Gemini.
Yeah. But I tell you what, we couldn't be doing this show without, and we're brothers, but we stumbled upon these two incredible sisters. And they have been working their little you-know-whats off to
They're not
help
so
us. Okay, whatever, We're on radio. It doesn't matter.
Well, we're
But-
podcasting too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're seating. So,
But Meredith and Cam, are you gonna get to
Meredith
their
and
names?
Cameron are here in the studio with us
In the house.
because we just couldn't do another show without giving you guys a little
Shout out.
a little shout out and a little cred. And so, Cam.
We're getting our props today.
Yeah, you're getting your props, man.
I'm
I got
feeling
Meredith,
like
we
warm
got-
and
we got
fuzzy
Cam.
inside.
I know.
Did you
Hey,
tell them that they are our producers? Did you make that clear?
I did say that, didn't I?
I don't know.
We
but
still,
we
all
are.
right, they're the
That's
producers.
the truth.
Yeah.
Producer Cam,
Yes.
you were going to tell us about something.
Well, I was going to do a remember when.
Yeah,
since
do
you
it.
didn't do it.
All right, do
So, Meredith,
Oh, Lord.
do you remember when we were kids and we'd put on these productions and we'd get costumes and we'd make everybody in the house come and then you'd come out and ruin it?
And what,
Like she does everything.
yeah.
That's what happened.
And how did she ruin it? Let's hear
Oh,
it, Cam.
she'd take off her clothes.
Wait a
She would
minute.
ruin the finale. What are you talking about?
At a young age.
Are you going to do that now?
Oh, we should have collected money. Yeah. But no, she would change the lyrics. She would just go rogue every time.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
you got to do the unexpected sometime. You can't just have it all just,
And what age are we talking about?
Oh, all throughout. I mean, it started elementary school. We were kids, and I'm probably our youngest one. I'm 4 years older, so I was probably 8.
And she was horrible. She was horrible.
I
Kinda
wasn't,
like
I
your
wasn't
brother.
the
This
nicest.
explains it. Because it's the duty of the younger sibling to kind of stir things up and, rock the boat and kind of ruin things a little bit for the older one.
Was he mean to you, though?
Hell yeah.
She was mean to me.
I was mean. I feel
But
bad
you know
because
what?
we're so close, but I was ruthless.
But he deserved it.
No,
I don't know about
I didn't.
Meredith. He
No,
deserved
she
he
was a
he
devil
was-
spawn.
Yeah, he was too. He was a pest.
She got locked outside naked and had to give me the passcode to get in.
Nice.
The password is grape juice. I'm telling the
love
world
it.
now. The code
Wow.
is grape
And wait a minute.
juice.
Wait a minute.
How did she get locked
Yeah, how'd you get
Well,
locked
I
out
wasn't
and why were
completely-
you
I
naked?
had my undergarments on, to say it nicely, and I had to get ready for work. I'm a teenager at this point.
Okay.
So she's large enough to fend for herself at this point. And she locked me out and said, "You're going to be rude, then stay out of the house." And I couldn't get in, and I was late to work and all
wow.
of that. So, but she chased me with knives and
Steal your car.
she would, and she'd be driving down the street waving. And I'm
Nice.
like,
In your car.
Mom, in my car. So there's been, there was a shift when we're older that now we are very close. We
Right.
have the best time together. We could be going to the
Right now,
supermarket.
we're so close sitting at this microphone, and my sister stinks so bad of garlic. I'm honestly
Why
trying
are
to
you
hold
eating
back.
garlic in the morning?
It's not from yesterday.
She's on a
Just
horrible
lingers.
cleanse. Can I
Yeah.
smell this? This is just.
Yes.
Yeah, you do smell it. You
No,
do smell it.
it smells like an Italian restaurant. I don't smell it.
It's better than a bakery, I guess.
I'd like to be baked goods instead of a hot sausage.
But isn't this cool for our audience? Because so many of them, I'm sure, have siblings and they have this rivalry and
Absolutely.
this connection,
Yep.
and then they have fights, but they love each other.
And I think that's what's so cool about you two. And I think that's what really attracted me to want to get involved and for us to come in and really kind of nurture and put some life on it. Just because the fact that you guys are brothers and you don't really see that. You see family businesses, but how often do you really see brothers that are attorneys and as close as you guys are? It's like you guys celebrate every victory together. You go to trial, you're right there with them. You guys
So
are
true.
prepping. You guys are like,
We just got through with actually though, and this is, I'm almost embarrassed to say this, but in 30 years of practicing together, 30 years, never did a trial together. Because we would, split off. We would, everyone had to divide the work. You had to do your work, and sometimes we'd have a junior lawyer helping us do the trial. But the two senior partners were the guys that we'd had to manage the case and then have other people help you with it. But we just had a young man who had a brain injury, and we just adored this kid, and we decided to do this case together and to give it our all. And it was a case where I think each of us put aside pretty much everything, every other aspect of our lives for the last 2 months or so.
Yeah, but it was a 4-year case.
Yeah,
it was 4 years ago.
Right. So there was 4 years of discovery and depositions and trial preparation and all this stuff.
How many witnesses did we have on our list?
40.
40 witnesses.
Wow, that seems like a lot.
A 3 to 4 week trial estimate.
Right, and he had this serious brain injury from a fall, and just the coolest kid ever.
A hero.
A fighter, right.
Yeah.
We'll talk about an unsung hero. We should have him on the show, actually.
That'd be
He
great.
can talk
his
about
story,
that,
yeah.
maybe with a neurologist or someone like that who can talk about the
traumatic
perils.
brain injury.
and
Absolutely.
brain
During the
injuries.
trial.
Yeah, we will.
During the trial, during jury selection, we settled the case. After 3 days.
Because they finally came up with the right money.
Right.
And, that happens. You don't want to throw caution to the wind necessarily when there's good money on the table. That's your ego getting.
Do you think that happens more often than not? That's
Oh, yeah.
cases settle
90%
before.
of the time.
Okay.
People start thinking about what the result will be. You're going to put it in the hands of 12 people. 9 out of 12 have to vote in your favor. And
you just never know
what costs involved.
The cost, and you just never know what may impress somebody and what may linger in their mind and be some kind of impediment to their coming your way, and the other side has to think about that too.
And it depends on the jurisdiction, because certain areas are more conservative than others, and certain judges are more difficult to deal with. In our case, we had a great judge.
We had an amazing judge. Yeah.
So after being in law for so long, you guys kind of have an idea of what judge is kind of, more lenient, or, you kind of get to know after going up against them or looking at cases where you're like, oh, we got this judge. Oh, I don't know. You kind of got heads up a little bit because of how long you guys have been in it, or, which way they tend to go. I mean, does that kind of change?
Oh, yeah. Of course. It changes the whole dynamics.
Yeah.
It can. Yeah. But also, excuse me, we have this vast array of colleagues. We have found that even though we're competitors with all these other plaintiffs' lawyers in town, that all of us are better off cooperating with one another, serving one another, educating one another, and helping one another. Because no matter how many of us there are and how big we may become, the insurance companies and the big corporations are ultimately so much bigger and so much more a powerful foe to deal with. It's still David and Goliath every time. And so we try to help each other out, just like Larry and I help each other out. So sometimes, we may not know the judge or may not know, the jurisdiction that well, and other people do. And they
So how was it now that you guys worked on this case together? What was that like? I mean, I know you guys always are, helping each other, but to really go in it and both you guys are equally, there for this, particular client, what was that like?
I was ready to strangle him.
Yeah.
Really?
It was kind of like being 10 years old again.
Really?
Yeah. With him, kind of making these little snide comments and me trying to, tie his shoelaces
sounds
together.
familiar.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of that.